Movies. We're going to talk to a couple of producers who did one locally. They filmed it locally in 3 minutes right here on AM Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay forecast from the Fox 13 Weather Center. Brought to you.
Yes, indeed. We are engaging in all sorts of distribution of information which is recyclable, and it's for your benefit and for Jeff Waterman and Kenny Lambert, and basically for anybody who wants to gird his loins or her loins informationally. Keep your loins covered as well as girding them, too, especially when we're talking about men and women in this thing.
I'll tell you what, we talk about movies all the time being shot in the area because you're a big buff for that. You've done an awful lot trying to get films shot down here, and there's a couple of producers and directors that do a killer job. This is not their first flick, and they're homegrown, and they film their movies here. Andy Allan and Andy Lalino join us right now, and you've got a brand new project out, guys. It's called Brainjacked. Tell me about Brainjacked, Andy.
Well, Brainjacked is a great science fiction horror film we shot right here in the Tampa Bay area. It's about a demented neurosurgeon who recruits runaways from the area to join his cult, and what happens afterward is a chase movie, horror movie, thriller movie, romance of good versus evil.
You did chase scenes here in the Tampa Bay area?
We sure did. As a matter of fact, one of the big ones was shot at the pier in St. Petersburg, and it might be the last time you're going to see the pier as it exists now.
In a movie.
Before they supposedly tear it down, yeah.
But so, what did you do? Set it up with St. Pete Police and everything, and how were you able to? I've always wondered that about chase scenes, and I've seen them in Tampa and Cop and a Half, and a few other times in the scenes like that. In what was the name of the one? The Punisher, and things like that. What does it take to do that? Do you have to alert everybody on the pier who's going to be around there that you're going to be in a movie and we're going to have a chase scene out here, or how does that work?
Well, we had the good fortune of working with the St. Pete Clearwater Film Commission, who. It's always a pleasure to work with them. They're very helpful in terms of contacting different departments, giving them the heads up, allowing us to acquire the proper permits, and steering us in the right direction.
And then you just go out there. Do you tell everybody on the pier, hey, you people are going to be in a movie, or how does that work?
Well, we shot at night, so that helped. There weren't as many people around, but yeah, anyone's around. We say, hey, we're shooting a movie, or get out of the shot, please.
If they're going to be in the movie, they got to sign a release, right, in order to be used in the movie and stuff.
Yep.
What are some of the other projects that you guys are working on right now? Because I remember the last time that we went to breakfast, you guys were telling me a bunch of stuff you wanted to do. What's on the drawing board right now?
We have a lot of movies in development, and last year we actually shot another movie called The Uh-Oh Show, which is directed by Herschel Gordon Lewis, who, if that name sounds familiar.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Gore.
Gore galore.
Gore galore.
He's the horror director who was discussed in the movie Juno. He did The Wizard of Gore. He did the very first horror movie, or bloody horror movie, back in 1963 with a movie called Blood Feast, which caused quite a sensation. So that was great. We actually shot that in St. Petersburg as well. In our opinion, he's a national treasure. He's got a huge audience all over the world. He's known as the godfather of gore. And we brought him to town and got to shoot a movie with one of our heroes. So we're actually finishing that movie up, and it should be out next year.
Beautiful. So you're still doing that one.
Yeah, I was wondering about the current one. What is it?
Brainjacked.
Brainjacked. Ought to be able to remember that. Jacked. What are some of the other areas in which you shot that people can look for when they see the movie?
We shot all over Pinellas County. The pier, as we mentioned, we shot in Demon's Landing, right around the corner from there. All down Central Avenue in St. Pete. We've shot in Roser Park, also in St. Pete. Shot at my house in Clearwater, Andy's house in Clearwater, downtown Clearwater. Up in Tarpon Springs, there was an abandoned nursing home, which the Film Commission hooked us up with, which was really creepy. I love it. It looked like a movie before we even dressed it out or did anything to it. And there was this one big ballroom that had this old kind of clanky organ in it.
Yeah.
And so when people weren't looking, I would go in there and start to play it until people started to walk down the hall, and then I'd kind of hide and just kind of freak them out.
What does Tampa Bay area need to do to make the film industry feel more at home here and have a few more movies shot in this area?
Well, there are two different factors. One would be people like us, kind of a homegrown filmmaker. There needs to be, I guess, possibly more of them, more more of them like situated here instead of moving out to California.
Do you all know Jimmy Fitzpatrick, by the way?
We do.
He's very much involved in trying to get films done here, like you guys are.
Yes, we know Jim.
Yeah, the big thing is money. The legislature's got to come up with money as an inducement to get people here from the outside.
Tax breaks, man, and all kinds of
tax
stuff.
breaks and just direct funds. And they went up as far as $25 million, and they cut it back, of course, because of the economy. But ultimately, they're going to have to spring for $50, $75, maybe even $100 million to be competitive with places like Louisiana, North Carolina, New York, and Vancouver, and all of these other places. Isn't that the case?
That is exactly the case. I mean, they've made some progress over the past year, but film could be a huge industry here. The talent is here.
Perfect. It's perfect for here.
Perfect locations. Just
you got everything you need. You want beach, you want country, you want urban, you got it all.
Exactly. And you've got the talent. The filmmakers and the crew and all of that, they're here. They're just as good as Los Angeles. They're just as good as Louisiana. And so there's really no reason not to support it, because even the movies like ours, which by comparison to Hollywood movies are small, certainly smaller in budget, we're still pumping
incredible quality, quality.
But we're still pumping, thousands and thousands of dollars into the economy, even our little movies.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It makes sense.
And it's a great thing. I mean, I first became aware of we needed to do that, and when I saw the movie, I never saw the movie. I saw it later, but. In the Garden of Good and Evil, but I went to Savannah. I'd been there before, big historic thing. After that movie, when I went there, nobody cared about the history and all the buildings. They cared about, hey, that's where that was in that movie. Oh, that building over there was in that movie. And I'm thinking, what? And then here's the bench that was used in the building that was also in Forrest Gump and stuff like that. We need that kind of identity here to get movies that are made here that make people want to come here and say, hey, I saw that in a movie somewhere.
Well, as a matter of fact, on the Brainjacked DVD as a location tour, you can actually kind of see what the locations are in St. Pete and Clearwater, through a series of like slideshow photographs and how we use them in the movie.
Well, I tell you, it's great. And we wish you all the success in the world. What's the website?
GetBrainjacked.com.
GetBrainjacked.com. We'll have it on our website at 970WFLA.com. Andy Allan and Andy Lalino, thanks for being with us on AM Tampa Bay this morning.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
In a couple of minutes, we'll have that budding movie star Gary McHenry, but right now we got a Bill Cole in the newsroom.
Good morning. 3 constitutional amendments drafted.